2 counts of murder for the youngest son of legendary director and actor Rob Reiner. Nick Reiner is accused of killing his parents, and he's hired the same man who represented Harvey Weinstein as his lawyer. CBS LA's Laurie Perez is following the developments from our newsroom. Laurie.
Rutabaga, Nick Reiner was not in court today, but the case against him is moving forward. He has, as you said, hired a well-known attorney and is facing charges that could get him the death penalty.
Now, prosecuting these cases involving family members are some of the most challenging and most heart-wrenching cases that this office faces.
LA County District Attorney Nathan Hochman set the tone in announcing the charges against Nick Reiner in the deaths of his parents, the legendary actor and director Rob Reiner and Michele Singer Reiner. The 32-year-old is facing 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances, meaning if convicted, he could face life in prison or be sentenced to death. Reiner was not in court Tuesday for arraignment, and so he has not entered a plea. Famed defense attorney Alan Jackson was spotted visiting the Reiner home today, the scene of the crime, and explained Reiner had not been medically cleared for a court appearance.
Every single inmate goes through a medical clearance before they can be transported to court. Every one of them. Okay. And that's a process. It's just a procedural issue.
Jackson is most well known for representing Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein. Former federal prosecutor Laurie Levinson says Jackson is hardworking and well-respected, but not a miracle worker. Despite Reiner's well-documented battle with addiction and mental illness, he even wrote a movie based on his struggles that his dad directed. Levinson says the defense will be complicated.
It's actually quite difficult to get acquitted because of insanity. Less than 1% of all the people who raise an insanity defense are actually successful with it. Now, it may be possible, given his overall mental health background and his history and other factors, that first-degree murder doesn't end up being the conviction. But I don't think that it's likely that he'll walk scot-free just because he has mental health problems.
Witnesses say Rob Reiner and his son had a brief but intense argument Saturday night at a holiday party. Less than 24 hours later, LAPD arrested Nick Reiner in Exposition Park after police say his sister found their parents with fatal stab wounds in their Brentwood home. It's been reported Nick Reiner had been living in the guest house. He's one of the Reiner's 3 adult children. Prosecutors say they're still trying to determine if he killed his parents Saturday night or Sunday. LAPD hasn't clarified what led them to look for Reiner, but say they were led to a Santa Monica hotel and then this gas station where security camera video shows him buying a drink in a convenience store, crossing the street, and then being surrounded by police.
He was approached by the officers and he was arrested without incident. There was no indication that he was going to resist or anything like that.
The DA has not yet decided whether to seek the death penalty and said today he will consider the Reiner family's wishes. It's unclear what those are just yet or if the family is paying for Jackson to represent Nick Reiner. Levinson says there's nothing to preclude him from accessing a trust fund if there is one. He, of course, would not be able to claim any inheritance if he's convicted. A famous family, a Hollywood family, but at its core, just a family, now in pieces.
It's all horrible. If you take a look at this, the word tragic does make sense in this situation. And so there's going to be a lot of emotion involved moving forward. Now, for Alan Jackson, he has a client. His client is Nick Reiner, and he has to focus on that. He's not impervious to how this is affecting the family, but he is there for Nick Reiner. And throughout the process, the family will have an opportunity to give their input to the prosecutor, to the court. Everyone will be heard.
And just another indication of how far-reaching the Reiner's impact was, particularly in the political world. Former First Lady Michelle Obama revealed on a talk show last night that she and former President Barack Obama were set to have dinner with the Reiners on Sunday night. I'm Laurie Perez. Back to you.
Laurie, thank you.